Neck of the Woods, back with another video. And I need to get back to shitting on LA because that is just a horrible city, and people need to realize what type of place that city is. And anyone who wants to move there, I'm still trying to warn you and help you out against making that decision. I also need to finish making these videos on the Scandalous Sh series because, well, to be quite honest, I'm living here in Oregon. If you can see the background, now there are some much greener parts. I'm just at a park right now, but this is kind of like what Oregon looks like, at least where I'm at. So, and also I'm doing better with myself. I'm not stressed out. I'm not angry or like got like a big chip on my shoulder like I normally would have. I'm more at peace here. So, and that's really the point of me moving here. One of the many reasons, because I needed a change in my life, and I might as well finish up this series, and I still have a few more videos to talk about concerning LA. I might as well do that now while I'm still a little bit angry about LA. So yeah, let me get into the video. So I'm going to talk about the arguments that I've gotten about LA, concerning LA. Because I'm just like on this campaign about how LA sucks and everything. And when I say that, I am primarily talking about my own experience, of course. I would say 75% of what I'm talking about is actually my own personal experience. The other 25% is my own observation and awareness and what other people have said and what other people are going through. And I'm also like aware of other people's situations who have lived in LA. Now this is pretty much from the perspective of a straight black man, me being a straight black male. So that's very important. But even it's not just straight black men who's having a very difficult time. It's also other groups of people who are just completely different. They're having struggles too. But of course, in my personal opinion, straight black men have it worse in LA. Now the arguments I've had concerning LA is, well, that's your experience. I'm doing great. I'm satisfied. And like to those people who are doing good. That's great. I mean, it's not affecting you, so and good for you if that's not affecting you. If the struggle of living in LA is not affecting you. So, of course, and then you have some you know people who already have like their own life in LA. Like they might be married, they got a relationship, they got children, so they're like, well, you might have a problem in LA, but I'm comfortable and I'm used to this place and this is where I live. Like they can't just up and leave. They're actually making excuses. Well, they're actually making excuses. You can up and leave if you want to, but at the same time, some people might have their own life situation that's keeping them in LA, and I totally get that and I totally understand that. Me personally, I didn't have really. I mean, I have friends. I have a few friends in LA, but I don't have no family. I have so-called family. I fucking went no contact on, the relatives, the few relatives that live in LA. It's not that many people, but I cut off all contact from them, so I don't deal with them. I don't have no contact with them in my life. I don't have no wife, no girlfriend, no children. So of course I can just up and leave, and that's what I did. Um, there's also some, even though I say black men, straight black men have it rough in LA, I've talked to and I've met many straight black men who live in LA, whether in person when I was like working, when I worked background work, or I was doing Uber, I was meeting people, or or even people off of YouTube who in the comment sections who's have a different opinion about LA. So yeah, there's some black dudes who say they do very well with the women, with the ladies. Um, and the truth of the matter is, I used to do okay with the women myself. Now, granted, I was going about it in a simpish, blue pill sort of way. So I had to like stop what I was doing, and I had to reteach myself how to be red pill about it, and not be a simp. So I had to like really learn like game and female nature, which I'm still learning, by the way. But yeah, there are black men who said that they do very well in LA, and that's believable. I can believe it, but it's also really tough if you really look at the reality of it. Many black men, from my observation, from what I notice, if he's not rich and famous or a celebrity, he's gonna struggle with women. The other potential reason why they might do well is because this black dude may be very handsome or extremely attractive, probably tall, in shape, or appears to be in shape, or has some sort of like built with his body, whether slender, athletic, or with muscles, like kind of some solid muscle to his body, and probably like just very handsome face. Then yeah, it might work out for him, but even that's not a guarantee. So yes, I know like some good looking handsome black dudes who do very well with women. It also depends on what kind of women they're going with. You need to factor that in too, by the way. Factor that in, because I see a lot of black dudes in LA with fat, chubby, unattractive women. A lot of oftentimes older women, older women who aren't even like who hadn't even taken good care of themselves, so they just look like an old hag. So that stuff doesn't really count. But then I've seen some black dudes do very well with women, but it's because he's handsome, tall, good looking. It's probably his look. I myself, I'm handsome too, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. I think like on a scale of 1 to 10, I consider myself like an 8.5 on in the looks department. But being that it's LA, you have a lots of good looking dudes who look better than me. So I mean, it's all about looks. I'm not really complaining about that, because these women have just gotten crazy over the years, and I think a big part of it might have to do with social media, and like since you're in a big city like LA, that there's more opportunities to distract women. You know, I think I did a video myself. I did a video talking about called "So LA Has Beautiful Women," Part 3. It's called Los Scandalous Sh. Part 3. So LA has beautiful women. And I think I talked about that, about how it's easy to be distracted, for these women to be distracted and influenced by what's going on in LA because it's such a big city. And I think other big cities in America and probably Western society, it applies to that too as well. So yeah, I'm just trying to like address certain different arguments I've had concerning LA. Um, you also have, like I said, you have the, people you just can't trust. People will stab you in the back at the moment's notice. You do have some good people in LA, yes. I was one of those good people, but I moved out. Um, while I was there, I met some good people too. I still have friends down there, so those are good people. But I knew a few other good people, but many of them moved out of LA too. And then you also have a lot of people who still chasing the dream in LA. Like I don't know what the fuck dream they're trying to chase. Like, but that's them and that's their life. I tried chasing the dream and I'm a realist. I just woke up and realized ain't no fucking dream in LA. It's a nightmare. For me at least, and for a lot of other people too. But other people, they're chasing the dream. They're willing to struggle and put up with bullshit and disrespect and expensive cost of living. I guess that's them. That's their life. But I'm just trying to like, point it out there. LA is just very overrated and everything. It's just it, I used to like LA. I used to love it, But I mean, and I did enjoy a brief moment of liking LA, and that's why I kept on living there. And in spite of my struggle, like some of these people who's like chasing the dream, I was struggling like hell. This was early on. I was struggling like hell, and I was chasing the dream too. And then it just kept getting worse and worse, and kept getting more shittier and shittier. I'm starting to think that LA was already a shitty place. I just had to experience more of it and realize it for my own self. But but I didn't always hate LA. But that this is pretty much me addressing like the different arguments. If there's anything else, I know I'm probably forgetting certain other um, issues concerning LA, as far as like arguments I've heard in defense of LA. But please put it in the comment section, and then I'll probably respond to it. So yeah, neck of the woods. This is all I gotta say on this matter.